I need to talk about it. Now it's completely, nah. I guess not. I guess not, because if it was that important, I would have remembered it, right? And I'm not remembering it, so obviously it's a bunch of bullshit. So there you go. Okay. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, as you know, over the past couple of months, I've been very happy and very appreciative of all of your support and your buy-in when it comes to engagement of the content here on DSP Gaming. And what I mean by that is, for a very long time, this channel was essentially an archive channel, as I focused all of my efforts on being a full-time streamer over on Twitch TV. This was from early 2017, when I was playing Breath of the Wild 1, all the way through my Returnal playthrough of last year. Like, this was the major focus, trying to be a streamer on Twitch TV. Now, I was successful at that. I just want to make this clear. I was absolutely positively successful being a streamer on Twitch TV. Okay? It wasn't like it was a big failure or anything like that. But as you all know, I was kicked out of the partner program last year for no justifiable reason at all. And you know, it hurt me very, very badly. Since then, I've tried to basically take my following over here to DSP Gaming on YouTube and make this the primary destination for all of my content. And I've tried to rebuild this channel from the ground up. That's tough when you're coming from almost 5 years of neglecting the channel and only treating it as an archive of live streams on Twitch. You see what I'm saying? Back in January, I realized that there was going to have to be a change here on DSP Gaming if this channel was ever going to grow. And it wasn't just going to be mass uploading content. It was going to be me asking for buy-in from those who were dedicated viewers of mine. So back in January, I started asking you guys for engagement. And what I said was, can you please start liking the videos, start liking the streams. If you are enjoying them, simply giving these things a like gives this channel engagement and will allow this channel to grow, because it'll give it visibility on YouTube. You may not realize this, but the more likes a channel has, the more readily it shows up in related results, search results directly, or suggested videos on YouTube. And my content for the longest time was just not showing up for anyone, or only would show up for those who adamantly already watch my content. So why do you care if there's related content of mine if you're already watching it, right? So not only that, but also leaving comments on the videos. And this was a huge thing, because I just turned the comments back on back in like mid-November. For the first time, yes, in almost 5 years, you were able to leave comments on my videos again. So this was a huge change. And I knew that it was going to take a while for people to get used to it, and there was going to have to be buy-in from the viewers. I'm happy to say you guys did buy in. Engagement is way up. I can tell you right now, things such as overall engagement, average view time, that kind of stuff, the things that YouTube judges performance off of, is all good. Subscribers, good. Subscribers had a big increase in the last 2 months compared to what I would usually get here on DSP Gaming. And that's a good thing, you know. But basically, the one thing that I've absolutely, admittedly struggled with here on YouTube, since the day that I came to YouTube last year, leaving Twitch, is paid memberships, which are the equivalent of subscribers over on Twitch, okay? On Twitch, when you become a paid subscriber, you get many benefits, including not only basically getting a chat crown badge, or a badge of some sort to show that you're a channel subscriber, but you also get access to a streamer's emotes, and you get to use their emotes not only in their chat, but in other chats. There's so many, I could go into so many benefits, like getting exclusive emotes unlocked for you because of your certain tier or a certain length of a subscriber. That's another thing too. There's just a ton of benefits. Over here on YouTube, you get about maybe 70% of those benefits when you're a member. Even though YouTube is trying to push paid memberships as a equivalent product to paid subscriptions on Twitch, it definitely is not. The benefit here on YouTube is that the content creator can set the price of the membership. For example, to become a member here, it's $3.99. On Twitch, they force you to pay $4.99. There's no way to change the pricing. I changed the pricing here on YouTube to make it more attractive. However, since the benefits are less, I've had a big struggle trying to keep people as members or recruit new people as members. This channel at the highest had 391 members 2 months ago. And then basically it fell off, and I've really, really struggled to try to get back to that level and or to convince people that the memberships are worth it. Now, why are the memberships important? That's consistent, dependable, solid income for me and my business. Unlike the day-to-day transactions that happen here, for example, I don't know how many super chats I'm going to get in a day. I don't know how many tips I'm going to get any particular day. Some days are really, really good. Some days are not so good. I can't control that. I'm here putting out consistent content for you guys, and some days someone might come by who can do a big contribution because they like what I'm doing, and other days maybe just be a slow day. And I can't really do much about that, right? But what I can do is try to maintain a solid chunk of support through memberships by providing things through the memberships that you feel are worthwhile. At this point, I basically feel like I've gotten to the extent of I can't really give you much more. I'm not sure what it would be because, as you know, I'm here 6 days a week full-time live streaming for you, and I don't have time for outside side projects or other things that I could do to provide something extra for a paid membership. And a lot of the things that other people do to get people to become paid members on YouTube, I can't do. And I'll give you an example. People who are the on-demand style content creators, I put out 1 or 2 videos a day, and it's edited content. It's not a live stream, and it's something that's very hyper-focused on a topic, like a news story or some kind of drama topic, or maybe, who knows. These people put out a lot of different kinds of videos, right? That's very different than what I do. For someone like that, for example, could say, well, if you're a paid member, you get access to my videos, my edited videos early, a day early, and everyone else has to wait a day, and then it goes live publicly, right? I don't do that. I'm pumping out so much content for you guys on a daily basis, and it's raw, unedited gameplay stream content, or this podcast, right? That it wouldn't make sense for me to try to hide that content behind a membership paywall for a day. It makes no sense at all. In addition, as I've told you guys many times over the years, sadly, I have so many negative people following me on the internet. They will do whatever it takes to break the law, break the rules, and make sure that if I were ever to try to set something up like that, like everyone else seems to do on YouTube, that won't work. And I'll give you an example here. Many years ago, there was an idea tossed around. This was for my patrons, right? A long time ago. We're talking when my Patreon was a big thing. It's not anymore, okay? A long time ago, I said, maybe what I could do is an exclusive show for people who want to become patrons of mine on Patreon. And it would run for like a few days just for them exclusively, and then I could make it public or whatever. And we talked about this. And just during the stages where I was talking about it, all right, some of my biggest haters came out and publicly said in their content, well, if Phil ever puts anything like that behind some kind of a specific paywall, we would pay just to become a member of whatever that paywall is, whether it's Patreon or a member here on YouTube, and we would illegally steal his content and re-upload it everywhere on the internet, so therefore there's absolutely no benefit to becoming that tier of member or Patreon or whatever it may be. All right? Like, they literally announced it and said, we will just basically break the law. We don't care. So when people are willing to go that far, there's not much that I can do. I'm very limited in the kind of content that I put out. Really, the only one thing that that people have asked for that I haven't done is members-only style multiplayer events. And there's 2 reasons why I haven't done them. Number one, it's because usually there's just not enough going on in the realm of multiplayer games to hold any interest. I mean, in the last year, what multiplayer games really, realistically, would people have been interested in playing with me? Maybe Halo Infinite, and I don't know, maybe King of Fighters 15 for the week I played it. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's not like it used to be where there's so much multiplayer content that it would hold interest and people would be like, wow, I'm so excited to become a member. In addition to that, here's the other side of it. The logistics of doing it and the actual interest overall with my overall viewing audience, it's just not worth it. I know, because I used to do these events for patrons. I used to have a situation where I had 50 to 100 patrons who all wanted to play multiplayer with me, and I would try to do the event, and it was like a nightmare trying to schedule it, because you got to understand that I have a worldwide fan base, and people want to play with me, but they can't make it all the time. And now it's like, well, I paid to be a member because I specifically wanted to be in this event, but now you've made it so the times of the event don't jive with my schedule. Now I'm upset with you. And that used to happen all the time with the patrons. In addition, now it's like, well, what am I going to do? Set up several different sessions, several different time frames so people can play multiplayer in this game and that game. Next thing you know, I've got 5, 6 streams that are all multiplayer, and how many people are really doing that with me? 20? What about the rest of my viewing audience, hundreds to thousands of people who are sitting around with their thumb up their butt when I'm doing members exclusive multiplayer? And this is what happened previously as well. with the patron stuff, like whenever I did it, the rest of my audience was bored. The attendance was always low, the engagement was low, and people didn't really care about it outside of the members. So it's like shooting yourself in the foot. Let's do a special event, a members-only multiplayer event for like a few people, when I have a wide viewing audience who's like, why aren't you playing the games you're supposed to be playing right now? You're holding everything up. You're getting backlogged. What is going on? So this is why I don't do this event. I really don't feel like it's worthwhile, just being honest. Not to say that I wouldn't enjoy playing multiplayer with members, but the fact that it's just not viable. There's not enough multiplayer games to do it. The multiplayer games that are out there aren't great and don't really hold my interest. And on top of that, the logistics of making it work out, I always end up with people who are disappointed. And in general, the general viewers just don't care about those events regardless. So it's kind of like, please a very small focused group of people who want to become paid members at the expense of everyone else. I don't think I should do that. Okay? So, with everything that's been going on, the last couple of months you may have noticed, the members goal has gone down, 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 down. The goal hasn't changed. The goal is still I want to hit 400 members. The highest I ever got was 391, and then it stagnated, it froze, and we didn't hit it. Okay? So instead of trying to think of conventional things, and instead of trying to think of things that have been done before or everyone else has done, you know, basically I'm trying to think of things that are absolutely specific to me. I'm trying to think of things that possibly would bring something new to the table. All right, something that I've never done before. I've been talking about this over the last week, that basically I'm trying to think of something that's outside of my comfort zone, that essentially would be something that maybe would attract different audiences, all right, and would make it interesting for a lot of different people. I'm not saying this is certainly going to be something that would be interesting to everyone, but I do feel that it would basically get some people interested enough where maybe it would motivate some people to want to become a member to see this type of event. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Prepare your butts. All right. Prepare your butts. Ladies and gentlemen, the members goal for the month of April 2022 is 400 members. All right? And if we hit 400 members at any time during the course of April, all right, I will schedule a special event, all right, where I will do, hold on. Excuse me. I will do a type of video you guys have asked me to do for many, many years. And I've completely avoided doing it. I've completely avoided commenting about it. I have stayed away from it as far as humanly possible. All right? But it's time to experiment a bit. All right? So, ladies and gentlemen, 6 million. 6 million. That's a pretty interesting number, isn't it? 6 million. 6 million people have seen it. It's time for me to comment about it. Ladies and gentlemen, if we hit the members goal this month, Dark Side Phil reacts to Down the Rabbit Hole, Dark Side Phil. The entire video, 30 minutes. We'll go through it piece by piece. I will dissect it. I will tell you what I think about each piece of it. I will basically do everything I need to do to comment on this video. I've avoided it for over 5 years. Over 6 million people have seen this video, and this is all they know of me. They think that that is me right there. It is me. That's me from a long time ago. That's a really interesting face, isn't it? So, I will watch this video, and I will essentially comment on it, much like I do with the retrospective events that I have done previously. Now, I will give you some upfront information. I've seen the video, okay? And honestly, I don't think it's that bad. I've seen the video, and I watched it. I was like, well, actually, a lot of this stuff is pretty true or close to the full truth, with a few things here or there. In fact, a lot of the things in the video that are incorrect are more nitpicky than anything else. I think the general vibe of the video is correct. Okay, for those who don't know what this video is, this is from 2017, over 5 years ago. There was a person on YouTube who was starting to do docu-series, and he did a wide variety of stuff, but started doing more dramatic content, and mine was the first dramatic video that he did about a content creator on the internet, and over 6 million people have seen this video. Arguably, outside of my own content, this is the most viewed video about me on the internet. Okay? So, why is this interesting? Because I've never commented on my past like this before, ever. Right? You've never seen someone else's perspective and then heard my take on it, nor have you heard the true story behind a lot of the stuff. The whole idea is, even though this is a 30-minute video, this would not be a 30-minute stream. This would be a lengthy stream where I go through it and I basically talk with you guys about each piece of it and give you perspective about that time in my life and what it was like. Admittedly, I've made a lot of mistakes over the years, and this video is a lot about that. Okay? Now, you may say, now wait a minute. Hold on a second here. Phil, people do these React videos all the time, right? And you crap on them or whatever. And you even say, when people do React videos to other people's videos, that's you're stealing content, right? You've said directly when people are reacting to your content that they're stealing your content without your permission. So what makes you any better than them that you think that you can react to this video? Well, because I got permission. I directly asked the guy and had a conversation with him. And he said that, yes, he gives me absolute permission to do this, and he's gung-ho for it. He actually would like to see the stream himself. All right? And just in case anyone wants to be a dickhead about it and say Phil's making this shit up, he actually even said that probably people would say that, and that he's outright giving permission, and he will confirm this. If people say that it's fake, he'll say, no, it's real. Okay? So, yeah. Again, I have never absolutely done anything like this before, ever. In my history as a content creator, whenever it comes to this kind of stuff, I tell you guys, listen. I make my own shit. I focus on the positive, right? But, in this particular case, alright, Mr. Frederick Knudsen, which is the name of the guy who made this, and that's his channel on YouTube, by the way, made a video that was ultra popular. And like I said, I hate to say it, the vast majority of people who know me for negative reasons, and a lot of them have seen this video. Like I said, out of all the content made about me, this video has the most views. There's no other video on YouTube that has more than 6 million views about me. So it makes sense to react to the biggest one, right? There's other shit out there that's really stupid. And just, here's the thing. Why waste time on the junk out there that you know is fake when this actually is pretty factually correct, but I can add more to it?